Hey,
Hi, everybody.
Well,
sorry, Anthony.
That's okay. You're doing fine. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. We have Jim Manna and Salim Gasso here.
Hi, everybody.
They're with Level Realty.
Level Plus.
Level Plus Realty. Oh, okay. Nice.
We do a little bit more than Level Realty.
Okay, we'll talk
Plus.
about the whole business concept, and hopefully we have some fun here with Mr. Manna, who is a character and a half. You guys want to talk about Level Plus Realty and what your roles are there?
We started about a year ago, thanks to Sam. I've been a broker for 31 years plus.
Thanks to Sam?
Thanks to Sam, we're Level Plus Realty today. So I worked with a large international company, and Sam came up and said, "Hey, Uncle Jim, why don't we start our own company?" I said, "What are you, nuts? I've been in this business too long. I'm ready for retirement."
Okay.
He says, "You're way too young for retirement. What are you, 35?" And I said, "Yeah, within a couple years."
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay, I'm ready." So we did it. And now we're at 60 agents, 2 offices, and in 6 countries.
Okay. Why don't you introduce yourself and then...
I'm Jim Manna.
And then fact check whatever the fuck he just said.
All right, so I
It's true, I tell you.
All right,
Salim
sure it
Gasso.
is.
I'm an attorney.
I've had nothing to drink today.
I'm an attorney and one of the brokers of the real estate company.
Okay.
It's Jim, myself, and another partner, Art Puda. I had the idea to kind of bring us all together since we were all doing this anyways, doing our own thing.
Yep.
Jim had 35 years experience in the business. I had about 15 or 16 at the time, and Art had about 20. So collectively, we had quite a bit of experience. And I said, guys, why are we doing this for other people and putting money in other people's pockets and doing things the way they want things done and not the way we would like to see things being done?
That's not common in the Chaldean culture, right? Like, we're always just more to sit back and follow other people, right?
Yeah, right.
You know what? There's some of us that go against
There's
the
a
grain.
lot of sarcasm there.
But Jim was one of those guys, unfortunately, that enjoyed where he was and wanted to kind of just do things the way it's always been done.
So you calling Jim a pleaser?
It doesn't please me, that's for sure. So about
I never touched her, I swear.
So for about 5 years, I put a bug in his ear that we should probably do this. And
all right, cool.
There's no reason that you need to stay where you're at, and nothing against where he was at.
So
Why did you take the glasses off, Jim?
I thought it was going to be much brighter in here, with all the spotlights and everything.
wait till AT smiles.
And Sam kind of sent me a text message saying this is not part of the FBI's protection program, witness protection program, so you're okay. So I'm okay.
Well, I boarded up the windows to keep the riffraff out.
Let's talk a few steps back. You've been doing realty for a while, real estate,
Yes.
and you years ago, I think 13 now, you found us a condo. I remember back in 2008, Omar and I.
Thank you for remembering that.
Is it paid for now?
Yep.
Thank you.
You got a car payment?
No. He found us a good rental. We were there.
Thanks, brother.
And he helped us out with that too. And you're also on the council with West Bloomfield.
I am. I'm actually a West Bloomfield trustee, which is the same as the city councilman. But
Okay.
because it's a township, it's called trustee. I'm also the planning commissioner there.
And how long ago was that? When did you start that?
I've been a planning commissioner for almost 10 years, but I got elected in 2016 thanks to our wonderful community. I was the largest, I got the highest number of votes
Nice.
in November of 2016.
And you're
Thanks.
that's great. It's a good accomplishment.
Thank you.
Were you the first Chaldean that was sitting on city council with West Bloomfield?
First one since 1832. Back in 1832, we had a Chaldean on there. I
Nice.
don't remember his name.
Nice,
God bless him.
nice. I think I seen the picture up at the Culture Center at Shenandoah.
It's actually a sculpture.
It's a sculpture.
Yeah, they didn't have
Yes.
photos back then.
Yep, you're right.
Well,
you're
so
right.
what about you? So we had your brother on here.
Yeah, my brother Jonathan.
Yeah.
Which one? He's got like 12 brothers.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna run through them now. He's gonna shout them all out.
I'll shout them all out. So
I think they all
Jonathan
rhyme with something.
Started out Park Home Care, him and Jeff. Very
Is that with
proud
a
of
C
him.
or a K?
PARC.
Okay.
Park Home
Yeah,
Care.
just
So I'm
checking
very
it out.
proud of him. He's doing some big things. Changing the game a bit. He's doing things a little bit differently. One of his biggest things is integrity and great quality and great
Yep.
service. So I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, we got that out of the interview for sure.
Yeah, if you need a great massage, go see him.
Yeah.
I have 5 younger brothers. So my brother Tommy he's a CPA.
Mm-hmm.
My brother Andrew's a pharmacist. My brother Steve is a chief appraiser in house, and my baby brother Patrick's also a pharmacist. So we were pushed heavily towards education.
Nice.
Our families, and obviously with what you said earlier, entrepreneurship,
Mm-hmm.
doing our own thing, getting into business is kind of just in our blood.
Right.
We've kind of done, we've done the whole school thing and kind of utilized that into having our own practices and doing our own things in the business world.
Sure.
Curious to know, do you guys are all those boys in that household? Who speaks Sudat?
I speak Surat fluently. I think Tommy is pretty good at it.
What is Surat?
John, I'll tell you when you're older.
All right.
John knows a little bit. Andrew knows some. I think
Bye,
the majority of us.
bye,
By the IG. I would say the majority, but mine's the most fluent. It's funny. I actually didn't speak English until I was born here, but until I was 5 years old.
Oh,
Until I went to school.
Yeah, that sounds like our household. We
Yeah,
did the same thing
Grew up
too.
with my grandmother and
Yeah.
still live with us. So yeah.
So
You still
Level
speak?
Plus Realty, yeah, I speak Surat.
All right, I do.
So just was it because I look white?
Wait a minute, you're Chaldean?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You better start keeping up.
I didn't even know it.
So Level Plus Realty,
Yes, sir.
what's different about it? Why people come to Level Plus Realty instead of going to like a different realtor?
We're a full service brokerage. So everybody could say that, except we have a ton of experience between over 50 years between the three of us, not including the rest of the wonderful staff. But we've got an in-house mortgage company, Success Mortgage Partners, that's doing a phenomenal job for our clients.
Who's the owner of that?
You know, I think they're in 24 states, so I don't know who the owner is, but the two people that we work with specifically are
Mark Jarbo and
Ramsey
Randy
Farage and Mark Jarbo, who do a phenomenal job for us.
Mark's my
Sister-in-law's brother.
Oh, wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Mervat, Chloe's Treasures.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
his sister,
That's
married
great.
to my brother Bruce.
Wow.
That's his sister.
14K pawn.
Wow.
And
Okay.
guns,
That's awesome.
14K pawn and guns.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you guys need guns.
Yeah.
No, but
Reach
I
out to
have
Bruce.
purchased something from Chloe before.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And then we have an
Chloe's the
in-house.
daughter. That's
Oh,
Mervat
from
is
their
the
company,
mom.
sorry,
Yeah,
from their
Chloe's
company.
Treasures
Yes, yes.
named after
Their
the daughter.
correct.
And then we have in-house title company, Birmingham Title, that does a phenomenal job for us.
Where are you
They have
located?
3 offices.
Northwestern, in Orchard Lake, essentially.
Okay.
Where the 2 new hotels are up, basically, we
Yeah.
own the building 2 doors down. It's about a 10,000 square foot building.
Okay.
I've got a few tenants in there, and
Very cool.
we're
How many people
really
are employed
blessed.
under you guys right now? Under Level Plus?
Well, they're independent contractors, but we've got about 60 agents.
Okay.
Sam, did you want to add to that?
No, I mean, we have about 60 agents.
Yeah,
60
thank you.
guys got that.
Thank you, Sam.
No, that's awesome. And what did you guys start off with? You started a year ago together?
We're probably
A
the
little
turn
bit
of the,
over a year.
The turn of the year is when we really actually started to put everything together.
Right.
We probably started with 18 to 20 agents or something like that. I think what separates us, besides what he says, all the other service providers that we also have an insurance company, Goosehead Insurance. Wesson's with us, Wesson Geppy.
Oh, yeah.
I believe you guys had Art on the show.
Yeah.
Weston
he
will be on the
introduced
show
us.
pretty soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
After
Why,
she
is Wesson
gets-
related to Art? Or
Just his wife.
it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they
okay.
just spell Geppy differently in their family.
No, they
No,
they spell the
joking.
same.
PPI.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a great team, and it's all people within our community. We love to. It's one thing that I actually always loved was supporting my own people, Chaldean people, and then that's one thing Jim reinforces every single day. Like literally, he will make sure. Are they Chaldean? I was like, okay, why is it the first question you ask? Are they qualified?
Yes.
I'll tell you, I'm reaching out to
Yes.
qualified Chaldeans. Yes.
We love our people.
Yeah.
We
So-
love our community.
So that's one thing that we do.
We're equal opportunity employer, though. If you're not Chaldean, we will
Yeah,
hire
no-
you.
Yeah.
We do have some non-Chaldean people.
Are you looking currently for employees?
We're
right
Always.
now?
always looking
Always.
for
Okay.
agents that are
What
motivated.
what
that
part of it are
ethical,
you? That's
professional.
the same. Are
Yeah.
you agents, receptionists, or people to file? What are you looking for?
Mostly agents is what we're looking for. Right? We're trying to grow this brand.
People that'll eat what they kill.
Exactly.
So
We-
one thing that's
ahead.
different about us, at least from my standpoint, is accessibility. You have 3 brokers. I'm an attorney, and they have between. Art
Whoa,
and
whoa,
Jim.
whoa, whoa!
No, you guys are good. He signed a waiver.
You're,
You're good.
okay. Just want to make
Yeah.
sure. Okay,
All
you
the
snuck that one in, huh?
So our door is always open.
Okay.
We're not those brokers that nobody can talk to. You got to schedule an appointment, or you can never see just because there's an issue. With me, at least you get some legal advice for your clients.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
A
So-
lot of times I have agents that
I
call.
want to touch in on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They say,
Okay.
hey, so this happened. What do we do? If it's something that's typically easily resolvable that I can assist them with a phone
Yeah.
call or a quick
Yeah.
meeting,
Yep.
it's very simple. Talk to another broker, talk
Yep.
to the other agents, and we figure it out. If it's something that obviously you guys have either purchased homes or been in business, bigger things come up.
Yep.
If that comes up, they at least have me to turn to if their clients want to come in and consult with me or retain me, whatever. At least it's that accessible.
Okay.
Our doors are always open. Jim's office, he conducts training all the time.
Sure.
One-on-one.
Yeah, one-on-one or in group settings. Art does the same thing because we do have a second location in Sterling Heights on 16 and Ryan. Shocker, right? But we do have another location there. We have a lot of agents that go there to pop in, do work. Art's predominantly there, and he's
So Art submitted an application as well.
Art did?
Yeah.
Athir Puta?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
he's
really,
wonderful.
would probably
He said
fall
art.
under all you guys.
Yeah.
Or is he right?
Yeah. He's one.
We
of
didn't
the
tell him
rebels.
we're here today.
So,
Art, if you're
sorry.
watching this was planned a year ago.
Yes, it was.
And so your episode just got canceled. Sorry, buddy.
So anyway, if you're watching, when you're watching, there's two ways that you can help us. Go to
Art
Level
is-
Plus Realty. Go to
Is this Art?
don't tell Art that we were here. Go to Level Plus Realty and check us out, especially if you're a current agent, and we'll give you 10 reasons of why you should join us. Give us a call and we'll do that. Second is if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate anytime soon, give me a call. Don't call him.
Yeah.
Give me a call.
Or do you want an attorney to protect you?
Yeah.
Up to you.
Let's talk about that. That's
248-970-7500. Operators are standing by, so call now. This offer is not available in Alaska or Hawaii.
That's it.
Sorry.
Why not?
It's too cold for us in Alaska.
Hawaii, though.
Hawaii's just too much.
Too far.
Yeah, it's
Too
more
damn
than
far.
45 minutes, man.
It's too
Are you
expensive.
serious?
And Obama lives there.
The only
Sorry.
thing
You
we
never
could
know
do-
when a tsunami might hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It did as soon as Obama moved there.
Yeah.
My cousin against
He's not
Obama.
in- he's
I
not-
like
he doesn't
Obama.
live in Ohio.
No?
I mean, it doesn't live in Hawaii.
No?
No, he moved to like the East Coast.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he's somewhere in Chicago, I believe.
probably,
Yeah.
No, he bought lakefront property.
We know. We just,
Oceanfront
we
property.
thought we were going. He's going back to his roots.
Man, I want to
So-
become president one day.
Question
You
for
will
you.
be.
Yeah.
Just not the president of the United States.
Not even the president of this company.
You are an attorney. That was before Level Plus.
Yeah. So I've
And
been,
What
Before
type
president.
of attorney?
so my firm Gasso Law Group, I was founded in 2012. Like most Chaldeans, transactional and business attorney, real estate attorney. My family's in the hospitality world, so a lot of the stuff we did, real estate, commercial, residential stuff. Having an attorney on board was always
So it works hand in
advantageous.
hand.
It
It's
does.
actually a great thing to have.
yeah, it definitely goes hand in hand.
Doing stuff right now in the last 5 years, I've been getting into like properties and real estate and stuff that there's a shit ton you need from the attorney to back you up.
Yeah.
I learned a very painful lesson just to talk on it, and maybe you could give advice to the viewers. I went and partnered with somebody on a building.
Okay.
It was my broker. I'm 66%. He's 33%. He's giving me a hell of a time right now. We're trying to sell it. He
Are you
doesn't-
guys growing weed there?
No.
Oh,
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
checking. Just checking.
No, we've got
Ceilings
to.
are too low.
Weed is
It's not
legal to
zoned-
grow in Michigan now,
It's
folks.
not zoned
It's
in
okay.
green zone. So no, it's I've got a tenant in there. She's been there for years. Everything's been fine. The biggest issue is like where somebody who doesn't know this, and you can explain why the two tie into each other. You can't just jump into bed with somebody and just sign off and go. There is bylaws that need to be there. So when it's time to sell, I'm going through hell because
You mean in business, not in bed. In bed, you can do
Yeah,
whatever
that's,
you want.
Okay, yeah,
okay.
okay.
It may not be legal
yeah,
in every
yeah,
state.
Yes. So
Wait, you own 2/3?
I own 2/3.
Does he have controlling
You're being-
interest?
it
Or it
depends
depends
on
on
how the
how the
operating
operating agreement was
agreement
We
written?
never had one
Yeah.
made, and that's the thing. He came on, he had me sign some stuff to say, you're gifting the third really big because we had a deal up front.
Yeah.
And now he's being a pain in the ass to sell it. It's like got great value and can be sold. He's going to be that deciding factor to not sign off on that actual deal.
Why don't you sell it to him for fair market value?
I tried to. He doesn't have the money to buy it. That's the thing, and he doesn't want to sell because he wants to hold.
Wow.
You can sell it to him on a land contract or sell
Yeah,
it finance. You can do
yeah.
some creative
Trust me,
stuff
I
to-
all that stuff that I've tried to work it. The last thing I've been advised was like you got to go through court now, and then when you go through that, they're going to go by the value that they're going to be doing.
What's the property worth?
About 280.
280.
Yeah, 280,000.
So he's
it's worth-
tying up $200,000 of your money.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And the
that's
sad
the
part
thing.
is, if you go to litigation,
Yeah, they're
a
gonna probably
lot
want
of
to
the money
value
that
at
you would-
200.
But a lot of the money you would make is probably
Yeah,
going
it's
to
going to go to
legal fees.
litigation
Yeah.
and to go to the fees and this and the courts and all that.
Let's
So that's
Wait.
why
let's
does he
talk
does
about
he have
who
a,
this guy is.
Is he an American citizen?
Can you
Yeah.
text us his
Damn.
name? I won't say
So we
it.
could have him deported.
Almost got
Damn it.
Almost got him. So I've been told like I've got to go through the litigations. But
Is he
again,
watching the show? Hey, please sell out. Come on, man. Just sell
I
out.
wish he was.
Don't be such a ofty.
Yeah, no, he's American, so he doesn't understand that. Hopefully, means you're a joke. So you are being one right now. But in regards to that,
We got to do a better job with these jokes. I mean, I'm watching the producer, and she is not laughing. Come on. Now she's laughing.
So let's introduce our producer, new producer.
yeah, we got a new producer.
We have
got her on.
Yasmeen Sarafa here.
Yay!
Yes.
Are you related to Mike Sarafa?
Is that?
How?
This is a Chaldean show. Hold on, this is a Chaldean show. That's the kind of like intro you guys give her. You gotta at least know it.
There you go.
This goes right back to my song. Is she really going out with him?
Oh man.
That's the only line I know.
It's not bad. Thank
So-
God.
Yeah, seriously.
So we brought Yasmeen Sarafa on to give us a hand.
Welcome, Yasmeen.
She just recently has graduated from Marion High School and is now on to college. If you want to give us a little intro, just let them know who you are real quick. And
Okay.
Camera's on you, girl.
yep.
Okay. I'm Yasmeen Sarafa. Like he said, I just graduated from Marion and I go to Wayne State, so I'm still at home. I'm studying marketing, so I took up this job opportunity to put myself out there a little bit more. I also coach a 7th grade volleyball team, and I'm also really into like makeup and cosmetics and all that, so I'm trying to get into that too.
Yasmeen, if you were going to buy a house, which real estate company would you choose?
Yours.
Level plus.
Level plus,
plus.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Level plus.
Which are the two agents?
I don't know.
She's got ties to both. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Flip a coin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you. It's awesome
you.
to.
Great to have you on board.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
thanks for producing the show and putting us on the World Wide Web.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
So we're welcoming
Thanks,
Yasmeen
Yasmeen.
Sarafa.
Sam, did you say World Wide Web 3 times really fast?
I don't know. I've never really tried.
All right, thanks.
So back to that. That's why the importance it is to have someone like you on deck, because at the end of the day, if he runs into this, he's got to turn to an attorney. If I
Correct.
run into it, I've got to
You
turn
got an
into an
attorney,
attorney. So
yeah.
your experience has helped this group, in my opinion, to give that legal standpoint and assistance. So it seems like you guys have a good pair here.
We really do.
And I'll talk to you later to see what opportunities
Yeah,
I can
I'd
do
love
with
to
the
try to help you out with
situation,
that.
because it's a
It
hey,
sucks. That's why you should consult with
Yes.
a professional, even if it's a real estate broker who got
Yes.
you into it.
Yes.
At least make sure they know what they're doing.
Yep.
And
and he did. He knew what he did. He got.
He
his-
knew what he was
He
doing
knew what he was
for
doing
the
to
wrong
get me.
reasons,
And
yeah.
because 9 years ago, I didn't know this. I was just young into finally buying
Yeah, trying to
properties.
do
It was my
something.
first one, and that's how it ended up.
You know,
So-
partnerships are like a marriage, and Sam and I, Salim and I, and Art truly complement each other.
Good.
And that's the reason we're growing so rapidly. We expect to be at 100 agents within another year. So 1 year from now, we'll be at 100 agents plus.
Yeah,
That's we have
producing
a
agents.
very
You know, that's one
That's
thing.
great.
aggressive growth goals.
And we don't want to
that
be.
we're doing them.
We don't want to be known as the agency that just takes on anybody just to have numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We want quality agents. We want people that are actually going to represent the brand,
Right.
represent us, actually, essentially.
Yep.
Keep our name in the community, like a strong, good name. I can't
Mm-hmm.
speak for Jim, but mine and Art's names keep
Right,
it
right.
strong, good in the community.
Yeah, Jim just
Yeah,
happened.
just
He just strolled through and says, "I'm a Manna.
We
Bring
just-
me on."
So you kind of rattled through the services that you provide, but who would those services work for? Like, can you go through the services that you provide
Under
again?
what- would you say,
and then just
commercial
talk
or
about
residential?
Both, all of them.
Actually, 'cause
Yeah, all of
we
it.
have one thing about us. We have a huge network.
Absolutely.
Together we've
especially the
compiled
Chaldean Chamber. The majority of our work is residential.
Are you guys?
We do a lot of
members the
lakefronts.
Chaldean Chamber?
We are absolutely.
Actually, I have multiple businesses that are.
I know
See if
you
they can
do.
put me.
I
under,
know you both
I want
do,
to see if
but-
they can put me under an umbrella, discounted rate or
Nope,
something.
nope,
no,
no such thing.
Okay.
So
we-
Level Plus does what? I mean,
Lakefront properties, mostly residential. We do a lot of vacant land. We have a lot of vacant land listings.
what does that mean? Like vacant land listings?
Well, a lot of people think that vacant land or raw land would be under commercial brokerages, but that's just not true.
Okay.
So we have acreage anywhere from 3 acres up to 120 acres.
So if someone's looking to develop residential property or commercial properties,
that we'd be the company to
Yeah.
call.
Be the company to
yeah,
call, okay.
absolutely.
Because I handle like more
And then
more
who
so the
else would
commercial
call?
division.
Okay.
So we do. So because of my legal background, a lot of my clients are typically in the commercial world. They're business owners, they're plaza owners, they're hotel owners.
Okay.
So because of that background, I'm kind of heading the commercial division. So we
Okay.
do have a way to assist everybody under the entire spectrum.
And I got to say that, I got to add to that the fact that Sam recently closed a $20 million deal, $20 million financing deal for a commercial loan.
Oh, nice
No.
work,
So-
man.
so we have-
we
have access to
commercial
that, too.
financing. So we have access to
so
financing.
commercial
capital.
financing,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
access to
We-
so what other services?
We don't have the money in our bank accounts.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I got to make that clear. We have access to it. but-
Jim does, doesn't he? Doesn't he, run
He
West
does,
Bloomfield?
yeah. Yeah. Is that why our taxes keep going up? If you guys live in West Bloomfield? Okay.
Right.
They say the water bill keeps going up.
You know, that's a side note. I got to talk to you about that. Mine too.
It's because of all the people that are growing in West Bloomfield.
Ah,
All the chiara, nana.
We need more and more water for the basements.
So what we do, it's not just a real estate company. I mean, the real estate world, it's not just people that just buy and sell homes. In the real estate world, it's people that are in business, that buy all types of properties, that need funding, that need insurance, that they need all sorts of things. They need an attorney. So when they come to us, they don't have to leave. They can
Everything's
all
under
of
the same roof.
Under one roof. Yeah,
Wow.
they
You're a
do
full-fledged
That's
shop
amazing.
for everything.
Yeah.
That was the goal.
And it's not something like you have to go hire an attorney. Listen, if I'm working a transaction for you, listen, I'm not going to say, all right, I'm running the meter,
Right.
I'm doing this deal for you, so I'm running the meter. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
I'm not just your broker. I'm not just your financier. I'm your attorney too.
Yep.
Listen, some people wear multiple hats. I just got this new hair. I'm not trying to wear any hats right now. So, it's
your
all.
hair looks
Looks good. Looks
Thank you,
good.
Thank you. It's all one. So you come to us and you get everything under the sun. So
That's a big plus. I mean, back in the days, we used to be in the cell phone industry, but it was so much easier when you have a multi-carrier to do everything right there for you.
Yeah.
One-stop shop.
Yeah.
That's
And we're
exactly-
very approachable. Our agents are in and out of our offices all day. Listen, we treat it like we treat our families.
So pitching this out there, because we got viewers that are in that. You've mentioned it a few times, so I'm going to go ahead and flow right into it, though. The big thing right now is commercial properties for the Michigan cannabis industry right now.
Yeah.
Okay, the Michigan Medical Marijuana, the MMFLA, is taking off. It's on fire. Your normal $100,000 properties are $500,000 or more.
Right.
It's
Are
smoking.
you getting those calls? It's smoking.
It's
No pun
smoking, no
intended.
pun
We're getting the calls, but honestly, it's not something we specialize in.
Are you taking them on at all, though? Or?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because it's not, for example, West Bloomfield Township, of which I'm a member of,
Yep.
we
Opted
opted
out
out
of
immediately.
Yeah.
So there's no opportunities there. And most of the other townships that are nearby that have opted in, they're like, there's maybe 20 locations and 1,000 applications.
Sure.
So it would be like,
Needle in a haystack. You're
Exactly.
trying to get that.
Yeah.
Right.
We're pissing in the wind, or
are
spitting
you
in the
get
wind.
the
like, you're not going to
all-
push them away? I'm saying, because the reason I'm asking that is we've already done stuff. And
We never push them away. We just send them to our competition.
Okay, that's how I just wanted to make sure.
Well,
Because there's a lot of issues that come about. Like we had a problem doing just the escrow for the property. People didn't want to take that on.
Right.
This firm didn't. So like you said, there's a lot to it.
And the
It's a
other
tough
side of it,
business.
we work with a lot of sellers. So one thing that we have a fiduciary duty to our clients.
Yeah.
And we work with a lot of sellers. At the end of the day, if somebody's looking to do some sort of marijuana operation whatsoever, at the end of the day, what they're doing is tying up their property for X amount of period of time,
Yep.
and it's not a guarantee. If it's a lottery,
Sure.
God knows it.
They always
Yeah.
have a way out.
Yeah,
Yep.
and if it's a merit-based application type
Sure.
thing, you never know who's going to get it. So we do have a fiduciary. We don't necessarily say, hey, we're not going to talk to you, but if we represent sellers, which we typically do, we at least we have a fiduciary duty to our clients. Say, hey, you might be getting $3 million for a property that's worth $700,000. However, this is what you're facing. This is what you're up against. You're going to tie
Yeah,
this
if you
property
can
up for
tie
6
property
months.
up for a year, then
And
you're
there's
fine.
typically in these transactions, if you guys
Yep.
are aware, there's no hard money. Nobody
Well, you
wants
can
to
structure it that way.
You
Yes.
can, but typically
Yes.
they're
after
not
you make
structured like that.
after you make your
And
client
then
aware.
exactly. Our
Right.
job is to make our clients aware of what exactly is going on.
No matter what.
It's their decision. At
Whether
the
it's
end of
this
the day,
business or any
we give
business.
them what's been presented.
Yep.
We give them our opinion. We give
Yep.
them maybe different strategies and solutions. At the end of the day, it's their call. So
So
That's how we handle
we've heard this term before because somebody else said it. Fiduciary responsibility. What is that to the client so that they know what that term is not commonly used, you know what I'm saying, in general public, but in your industry it is.
Yeah, when we take on a listing contract, for example, our fiduciary responsibility is to the seller. It means that they're putting all of our trust in
Integrity.
us and integrity, and that we're supposed to represent them to the best of our abilities, not the buyer, not anybody else.
and not ourselves,
Sure.
especially.
Yep.
Our best interest is our interest is in our client to make sure they get the best deal possible for them, not for us. We've had plenty of deals where it could have been a quick, easy close, quick money, but for some other reason, it wasn't in our client's best interest, and we had to make sure that we had our client's best interest at heart.
So you let them know, and
Yeah, we let them know.
They made the
full,
decision.
full disclosure always to our clients, and it's not just to sellers, just to our buyers too. If there's a certain situation where a buyer, for example, can come up a little bit more, but we felt we made a strong, aggressive offer.
Yep.
Knowing that our buyer may come up another 5, 10, 50 grand, doesn't matter. But if we felt we made a fair and aggressive offer,
Yep.
and they were considering it, we're not going to go back to the seller and say, hey, listen, we can get this done for another 10,000 more. Our duty's to our client.
And
that's
just curious when you're rolling into that, because part of the crash of 2007 and all that was the loose ends of the application process and everything. A mortgage to get into it was pretty simple at that
As
time.
long as you could breathe, you could get a
Listen,
mortgage.
My brother was blind, taking in government checks, and we got a $300,000 home under him. So
Thank God.
he didn't do anything
Thank
wrong.
God.
No,
he
didn't.
was given
Just-
he was
it's
given the
what they were doing then.
standard information he was given. So have you guys experienced something like a straw buy, and how did you catch it? Because there was a lot of dirty things that were happening in the real estate industry and the mortgage industry too.
We turned in a lot of mortgage companies
what
and
I was
title
gonna ask you.
companies that were doing fraudulent deals, and we would always do that. This industry is so important to me. I have a son that just graduated from MSU and went on to Chicago to work for Cushman and Wakefield. And Illinois requires 90 hours of pre-licensing classes and class time. And Michigan only requires 40, which is absolutely ridiculous. So it's something that I've been fighting and working for to try to make it harder in Michigan to get a license, because every Tom, Dick, and Harry has a license in real estate when it comes to Michigan, unfortunately. So,
But explain that before you go further. License, being a broker and being an agent are two different things.
they are two different things,
Yeah,
right?
so if you can just explain
Brokering takes, you have to be a licensee at least 3 years.
Yep.
You have to have so many deals under your belt before you can even apply. And then you have to take an additional 90 hours of class time to become a broker.
There
So,
can be a shortcut to that if you're an
if you're a
attorney,
lawyer. Yeah.
And you did that in 34 years? Took you 34 years?
He just
to
got it,
40
yeah.
hours?
Took me that. Took me that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
My
No, he-
shit.
he
One
had the hours,
1 hour a
not-
year.
1 hour a year.
He had the hours, not the deals. He just
Yes.
finished
All right.
it. Congratulations on that.
But,
But
yeah,
if you're an attorney,
so-
you can take a shortcut. And
Yep.
it was you already have 60 hours
Yeah.
by getting your law license, so you
I
don't
got
have 30
you.
more hours.
So integrity, fiduciary responsibility, all these things are extremely important to us. And that's why I would turn in anybody that would do any fraudulent loans when it comes to mortgage or title or real estate, for
It's
that
so
matter.
highly
That-
Who do you
regulated
turn them
now.
into, Jim?
the feds. The
You
feds,
just
basically.
call the feds right away?
Well, it is.
You got the feds on speed
it's a
dial?
I do. Why do you think?
I
why
do
do you
not have
these
their
glasses
number.
on?
I do not have
Back
their
on
number.
again. Okay.
All right.
All right. No, but
it's so highly
For the
regulated.
record, I just know Jim Manna as Jim Manna.
Thank you.
Yeah. But the
No.
reason I'm asking too is, one of my customers was one of the highest straw deal situations in the country.
Wow.
In 2000 and I think it was 9, 10, maybe around that time, he did millions and millions worth. And just so people know, you're familiar with straw buy itself?
I don't want to be.
Okay. Well, it's just
How many,
it's
how many,
it's
how many
sounds
years
like
did
the
he spend in prison?
he's
that-
still
was his
in. He
name
went
Kevin?
No,
He's still in
What was his
prison.
name?
no, Ronnie.
Ronnie, right?
He's still in prison. No last names, please.
No, he's American. He was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
No,
was my customer.
we talked about this on another show.
okay.
Oh, we did. Yeah, he did.
How long of a prison term did he get?
I think he got a good amount of 12 or plus years,
Wow.
and the restitution was.
He said it was
heavy.
worth
Yeah, I'm
it.
sure.
He was. He said it was.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a lot of
A lot
money
of time
put
to
away.
work out.
Got a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of time to work out. Good diet plan.
He's a heavier
Good
guy.
diet
So
plan. But you guys have caught those before, and you guys have been able to catch on.
You know, one thing that
It's-
one
it's-
thing
it could
that
put you-
helps is the government has regulated this industry so
Right.
much.
Thank
after
God.
And
based
you
on
guys
what's
being all
happened.
under one roof gives
Yeah.
it easier
Listen,
communication.
My primary job, I feel like, is to make sure,
Nobody
because
do
as an
wrong.
attorney,
It can happen. It would be very, very difficult for
It
that
would
to happen
be.
today. Thank God. I mean, I don't want our industry to ever go through that again.
Yeah,
and I
it
don't
was
think you guys will see it. You guys are younger than me, but just a year or two.
Right, yeah,
but
so-
anyway,
At
it's
least
6 months.
You
It's
said you were 35 earlier.
yeah. So I don't
same
think you
age,
guys
huh?
will ever see it in your lifetime. Seriously, you won't see this happen again. Thank God in our lifetime, because it affected everybody. I've never seen
Every
so many
industry.
builders. Over 70% of the builders in Michigan went out of business. I saw so many millionaires lose everything, become penniless, and so it was a horrible, horrible market. And hope.
Yeah, no, and the
Speaking of markets,
greedy people that weren't playing by the rules are the
absolutely,
ones that got fat.
absolutely.
absolutely.
I got to say this, that in today's market, it's no longer a seller market. I mean, I don't care what you hear. It's leveled out right now, and we're expecting a recession next year.
Commercial and residential.
Commercial
you're
and
saying?
residential. 'Cause
Not to
prices,
scare people. He says recession. I say correction.
correction. All
I
right,
don't want
fine.
to scare people too
But-
much.
Adjustments.
There you go.
Adjustments, yeah, but it's not going to be at the 2008 levels whatsoever.
No, that'll never
I mean,
happen again.
it's going to even out, and that's it.
Yeah, they made such a big mistake.
Evening out means what? Like what percentage of?
I would say
Oh,
3
correction.
to 5%.
That's not
Max.
A ton. That's not a lot.
No, it's
No.
nothing crazy. But
No.
sometimes when you're talking big numbers, that
Yeah.
that ends up being a
Right,
decent
right.
amount.
Those 3 points.
Exactly.
Yeah, those 3 points will make the difference on there.
Sure.
What do you guys think of Detroit as a boom? Let's talk about downtown, then the outskirts, and
I'm
how
actually
did-
glad you're bringing that
Yeah.
up, because before I was actually going to touch on that. what happened with, especially particularly the state of Michigan with the 2008, 2009, all that stuff that happened. Essentially, I feel like we just got a reset button hit. Obviously, it was not pleasant. It was not good for anybody, really. I mean, maybe a few people. But it was essentially a reset button. And what I think Detroit was able to do with the right investors, with the right minds, was able to be one of the first states in the country that was on such an upward boom as if we were like a brand new state.
Yeah.
You know, it was almost like, you know, Arizona was one of the last states to keep. I mean, Arizona's still growing at this point, but it was one of those states like when we were older, you know, the Arizona, wow, this place is booming.
Younger or older?
We're younger guys in the sense that Arizona is the history of Arizona. I don't know when they became a state, but in our lifetime we saw it go on this boom, and we were old enough to appreciate, understand, watch what it's doing. Yep. I feel like Detroit kind of got that, or Michigan in general got that reset button, and that's kind of
a wave a little bit.
Exactly, we're one of the first states in the country to boom to
revitalize the way with all due respect. Downtown Detroit is coming back. It's doing great. But
here's the but, guys.
Yeah, the families are still not moving back. You still have the white flight is still not coming back. You've got a lot of the younger generation that's coming back, and you got to remember schools and taxes are the two things that will continue to keep people out.
Yeah,
that's the two things that they'll have to fix. One is schools, whether they have to go to a private school system or whatever. That's been one of the issues that's plagued the city of Detroit is the school districts and all the corruption that's gone there over the last 40 years.
You come from a family of educators.
Yes, sir, I do. 3 sisters and a mother, all teachers. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah. And then second would be taxes. You know, city of Detroit has the highest tax base in the state of Michigan. If you look at it as a per diem per home amount, their millage is absolutely ridiculous. So if you take, if you took the homes 5 years ago that were 10,000 and 15,000 and 20,000, you say, oh, that's not, taxes aren't high. But now that the values have gone up, you can look at them now, and they're going to be anywhere from 8,000 to 12,000 per average home. Then you got to say, wait a minute, these taxes are ridiculous for what I'm getting there.
So how would you fix it, Jim?
2 ways.
President Jim.
Two ways. First of all, the next election in the city of Detroit, vote for Jim Manna.
Yeah, right. Yes. Make sure.
Yay.
No, I think I love the private school system. Okay. I think the charter schools. Mm-hmm. I think that's they're going in the right path with that. And the second issue is, as long as they can keep getting business to come back to Detroit, that means going out of state and trying to get your Googles and your Amazons and everybody else to come in. As long as they can keep doing that and raising the tax base, they can then start lowering the tax base for the residential. And that's how they can get people to come back.
I think we're kind of doing that though with all the new businesses that are opening up and the new bigger companies, the tech companies, and more that are going down there. What they're doing is attracting the youth.
Yes. The bankruptcy also helped, Sam. Salim, with all due respect, the bankruptcy gave them a fresh start.
Yeah. So with these younger generations of people coming in, these millennial generations, eventually these people who are building a life, building a career, and building essentially a home there, are going to have families. Granted, the family size might not be as large as they're once used to, or the path that I've gone down
anywhere. Actually.
But they're still that's what's happening. People are coming in. So eventually, what I think is going to happen by just default, by the way things are going, the school systems will get better. People will be taxed differently. Yep. And I just think by just continuing doing what we're doing, we're going to get there. Yeah. It would be nice, though, if we get the right people in office and stuff to be able to help us get there faster by kind of readdressing the school systems and the taxation problem right now. Just from the start, I think that would be great. But I think we're heading there.
I think Jim's got something to say.
Can we open the phone lines now for the first caller that calls in about the Detroit school system gets a 1-year supply of car washes to Jack's Car Wash? Yeah. Are we not live?
No. We are live. Yeah, we are live, Jim.
So I want to.
We're not live, thank God. I would have to pay for that.
Yeah, that hot mic we had earlier when you said West Bloomfield was going to opt in pretty soon.
Yes. To add in to a thing that you said in regards to
real estate prices just went up.
Yeah, you ain't lying. What do you mean? That whole level thing he was talking about, right? What do you mean? You have contingencies left and right.
Now my house is for sale. If anybody wants to call me. Yeah. I got high ceilings in my basement.
You do. Contingency upon, right?
I hope your mom's watching this.
Hey, Mom. Love you, Mom.
Don't worry. I got your back.
Maybe you got me.
She's good with me.
Yeah, she is.
So you're saying like when you're saying population back in order for like a city, Detroit, to thrive. You're bringing tech jobs and this and that. Let's touch up on something then. Let's talk about Pontiac right now. They're going through probably one of the biggest revivals in our whole state, period.
Good point.
Okay, so
And it's in Oakland County.
Yeah, it's Oakland County, but let's go back for a second. What I get irritated about, not irritated, maybe it just makes me like not understand, how does this happen? Is it someone who's really plugged in or whatever? How does Granholm get in and put her 2 cents in to be able to get a guy to buy the Silver Dome for $500,000?
Right. Well,
And now he sells it back for $30 million. Okay.
as an industrial corridor.
As an industrial corridor.
He's a
And now
genius.
you have.
You know the worst part?
You-
He's from Canada.
What?
He's not even an American citizen.
Damn
Yes.
He was from Canada.
Yeah.
Fuck the Canadians. Oh, sorry.
So again, so
If
how
you're
does
Canadian, want to buy a house in
But
Michigan,
we'll still
please
sell your
call
house.
us.
well, that, but I'm just saying, because does that lead to corruption,
The
or does that
producer's
lead
laughing
to
finally.
opportunity here.
so
The
does
producer is laughing, folks.
does that lead to
Are
corruption?
you Canadian?
No.
Sarafa's not a Canadian name?
No.
All right, never mind.
And does that lead to corruption? Does that lead to scandals? Is that something that was, I did them a favor because I knew them, or was that really
No,
a
it
right
was
way to play?
available for anybody to buy that.
It
It
was
auction, actually. It was a frickin' auction.
Yeah.
And the guy got the deal of the century.
Yes,
he really
he did.
did.
Yeah.
I would say for that
$500,000.
particular deal,
No.
JB, it was available for anybody to purchase, but unfortunately,
You're forgetting the metal alone that he resold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once they
Yeah,
tore it
once they
down,
tore it down.
all the metal.
Yeah.
Mind you, after the first wrong implode that he did,
I'm trying to
people were
remember
standing
the-
there watching the implode.
There's
The implode failed on
There's
the
a
first
Chaldean that
one.
knows him. There's actually a Chaldean from our community that knows the guy from Canada. Seriously, I think he's from the Toronto area, and I believe he's Greek.
So
he's
he-
an
so-
actually immigrant of that came to Canada. Believe it or not.
So he did it
I'm
legitimately.
trying to remember who it was that knew him.
This gentleman did it.
No. Seriously, there's a Chaldean that knows him.
Nabucodonosor.
King Tut.
or Nebuchadnezzar. Which
Yeah.
one? Both of them?
One of them.
Like an Egyptian.
No, I think that was
so-
a legitimate transaction, but unfortunately, we do live in a world where it's a
Pay to play or what?
scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of
Okay.
deal, and there is some corrupt behind closed door type of deals that are going on.
Well, the reason I'm leading to that is
It wasn't
because
corrupt though.
No, I say
They did it by the book.
I say not
Yeah.
this particular.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. It was just he did get a little scratch, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
look what it's going to do to that city now. So now, if anybody knew pre that and had blocks of houses or whatever it was, and was involved in Pontiac, now has better value to it as of right now. Now people are going to start going rampant to try to find buildings and try this. And,
I own a couple homes in Pontiac, so I'm proud of that.
yeah. Did you guys know also Pontiac? A portion of it just took out a section of Pontiac and granted over to Bloomfield Hills.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow.
There's
Would it be Indian Village?
They-
Where the
it was
Indian Village is?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they cut
It
a
did.
section
It's
off and
annexed into Bloomfield.
yep, annexed to Bloomfield Hills.
I think this has been going on for a few years now.
Yeah, but I think it just finalized recently. So
Wow.
so they took some property.
That's
and-
huge.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
because
is.
that value, like, how does that work? Like, so is the guy who was sitting over here now is falling under Bloomfield taxes
The director's
automatically?
looking at us like we're nuts. Did we lose sound? Oh, I'm still. Oh, never mind. Okay.
We're good. We're good.
Well, you just gave me the finger. What the hell?
Yes.
No,
I think he was telling you 1 second. That's what it was.
There it is. Oh, there it is.
1 second.
You know what it takes, JB? A visionary. Not just talking to that guy. I mean, people have been watching Pontiac for a few years. I know.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in the industry that have been saying Pontiac is going to resurge.
Yeah.
And you need to have a certain vision, something that you're either born with, or you're just around the right people and you hear the right things, or you're researching.
And you have a lot of money with
And
the vision too.
Money helps. Money absolutely helps.
Yep.
But Pontiac, you watch in the next 5 to 7 years, you're gonna see it as a whole different Pontiac than probably the last 10 years that we saw. Everybody was afraid
Yeah.
to go.
And they opted in, just
Yeah.
like West Bloomfield.
Yeah.
They're
For the record, West Bloomfield has opted in per the trustee, Mr.
Yes.
Manna.
yes. Call him for any realty questions. So
What's your
Folks,
ceiling requirements,
All
please?
your listings.
Folks, I have Tourette's, so I'm sorry I can't stay with this. But look, you come on this show, you get Fiji water.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is water. I feel stoned right now. I think it's water, but I'm having a great time.
we
Keeping
dropped
up,
a little
come to
CBD
keeping
in
up with the
there.
Chaldeans. Fiji water.
it's CBD only. So,
Jim, since
Sir.
since you started this company with Salim here,
And Art,
and Art,
who couldn't be here today.
Yes, he left.
We forgot to tell him.
Well, Aaron and I started this, and we told Jim to join.
Make sure you don't tell
what?
Right,
Make
but
sure you don't tell him we're here.
So you said
If you're watching, don't tell Art we were here.
yeah, please. So Jim was brought on later, and he
Are you saying I'm slow?
something like that.
Okay.
No, but so you said you were ready to retire. when we first started?
He didn't want to go through this again.
So how much longer do you think you're going to be doing this before you pass the torch?
You know,
Pass the torch.
one of the
Pass.
mentors
Pass.
that I'm very proud to say that I had was Michael George. God rest his soul. I love that
right.
man.
Great man.
And I remember being at his funeral when his son got up to the mic and said,
Did you jump the fence?
"Welcome to my dad's retirement party.
Oh.
Welcome to my dad's retirement party." Because I used to ask Uncle Mike. I used to say, "Uncle Mike, when are you going to retire?" Because I would see him at his office. Sam and I saw him at his office
we
once.
did.
Yeah.
And I asked him, "When are you going to retire?"
That's-
And he says, "When I die."
Ah.
And so I'm giving you that
God
same
bless him,
answer.
man.
I'll retire when I die because I love what I do.
Okay,
And less than 10% of the world, like you, and you guys are part of that 10%, can say they love what they do. And I love what I do in real estate, and that, it shows. It shows. So
That's awesome.
So Jim's got to
Yeah.
go 3 to 5 years with us, so I'm really excited. really excited.
Years ago.
3 to 5 more
excited
years.
about
And the 5th year, we're going to have Keeping Up with the Chaldeans later version, and the torch is going to be passed.
absolutely.
That's
You
good.
just won't
So
be
right
able
now,
to
do you guys get inquiries, or like if people have big money to invest right now, are they coming still to see you guys?
Sure.
I mean, like, are you guys
There's a lot of money
opportunities?
out
There's a
Yeah,
lot of money
yeah,
out there, and people are
that's-
looking to invest. And it all depends on the appetite of the person. One thing that I pride ourselves in that we do, we set realistic expectations. Because clients come to us all the time and say, hey, I have X amount of dollars, millions, hundreds, thousands, whatever the case may be. I want, 10 to 12, 13, 14% return. I'm like, yeah, so do I. So let me have your money, and I'll see if I can find it for myself.
We're actually selling a share of the what's left after we kick the producer in, cut the producer in. We have, I think, 40% left equity into the show, which we're selling for $40 million. If
Yeah,
anyone's
and we can broker that deal if you guys would like.
Yes.
Okay.
In case anyone's interested.
What we do, it's funny you say that. What we do is set realistic expectations. We tell them, listen, this is what the market is doing. What's my property worth, my investment property, whatever? It's whatever the market's really telling us, or whatever somebody's willing to pay for it.
Yep.
And what most people are willing to pay is what the market is telling it that it's
Sure.
worth. So we set their expectations ahead of time. Say, listen, you're not going to come in and say, oh, this shopping center's they're asking 2.3 million. Let's offer them 1.3 million.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's not.
Yeah.
Let's break down
Yeah.
the numbers and let us show you where the value is in this property. Let us show you where it works specifically for you. If you're an owner operator, if you're going to put a business in there, it's different. Every scenario is different. So what we do, we actually sit down and break it down for our clients and let them know this is where you need to be.
And even the other way.
And vice versa.
You're not going to ask
Well,
them to go off for 3.5
yeah.
if they say they go off for 3.5.
Exactly. And every seller also thinks their property is worth $10 million.
Of course.
So we also have to
It's like our
educate
show's worth $40 million.
Yeah,
$40
right
million.
now.
Well, no, it's
or
not.
40%.
I thought it was, though.
It's
I
100
really
million.
thought it was based on the
actually
viewership.
All right. We're like right on
everything.
we're
Right
right
on
on
40?
3.9. Yeah, 39.5, I think.
So education, that's another thing that we offer. We actually take the time to educate our clients on what exactly their home, their business, their property, whatever it is worth. We're not just going to take any listing. I've been on listing appointments, Jim and I, where he's looking at me, he's like, let's go. Let's just go. It's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to put our reputation out there as a guy.
That's your
that'll take on-
fiduciary.
Yeah, it is. And if
obligation,
they're
right?
not allowing us to fulfill our duty, we have no problem saying no. We really don't.
Nothing wrong with
Very
that.
nice.
So we do.
Nothing wrong with that. So anybody you guys we forgot to shout out to, anybody in your industry that like you work with,
Your family. I know
yeah,
you didn't
family,
get a chance to shout out some of your family.
Yeah.
You know, my wife, Bon, runs international driver testing, and the majority of her clientele are beautiful Chaldean people. And
Nice.
so I'm really proud of that. So if you need a driver's license, if
We'll
you
get her
need
on the show.
to get a test. She's actually going to be here a
She is?
couple
Okay.
weeks from now.
She's scheduled.
Oh, I did
And
see that.
so it's very exciting. So she can talk about that. And then I also want to talk about my brother Martin and the Chaldean Chamber and all the wonderful things that they're doing. One of the greatest recruiters for a membership to the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce is actually sitting in this room. You have a 25% chance of guessing who it is. It's not me, and it's not Salim. It's Mr. Toma.
Hey, thank you.
One of the greatest workers when it comes to being a strong force and being a recruiter for the Chaldean Chamber of
anyone
Commerce.
that's watching this,
And he gets
if you-
paid absolutely nothing for that, by the way.
Well, except for this generous pointing at the finger and acknowledgement, which I love to have. So anyone out there watching, if you want to be a member of the Chaldean Chamber to make me look good, and actually to continue to so that you can take advantage of the benefits.
Absolutely. Phenomenal benefits.
Please do.
Best investment out there.
Yeah, it really is.
There really
Well,
is.
just tell them
if
how
you're
low
allowed
of a
to
cost
be.
it is. That says it right
So
there.
it's $100 for an individual. It's $200 for a business. It's $1,500 for a corporate member.
And almost
And
1,000
you're
members, right?
you're so there's all these events that go on every, all throughout the year.
Absolutely.
And
At least once a month.
you'll get your money back in just the food, not to mention the business.
Yeah.
And
What about the drinks?
the drinks?
Yeah.
Some people don't eat, just drinks. Mom?
Hey. This is a touchy subject.
So
worry, I'm the eater.
join
I'm
the
the
chamber,
eater.
guys. How about you? You want to shout?
I'd
anybody
like to shout out my wife, who actually runs our family.
Okay.
She does a phenomenal job. She actually is a PA, but she also is the head of the household and takes care of our 4 beautiful sons
God bless.
that are under 4.
Beautiful.
So
Wow.
I have to give her a shout out because God knows how
Your
she
back
does
hurt?
it. Mine,
Four
I'm
kids under
good.
4?
It's been an amazing ride.
I mean,
Lots
he
of
just
fun.
told you the guy had to do his hair after all that.
It's been an amazing ride. So
God bless them,
she's
man.
awesome. And one thing I'm very proud of her. She's actually she's one of the pioneers in her industry. And a lot of young ladies and even young men are going into the medical profession in all different aspects.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that our generation maybe didn't all have the sight or the vision to do. We maybe weren't led that way, but she's been great at what she does, and I know a lot of people look up to her and reach out to her. So you're doing a great job, honey. Love you.
Very nice.
Awesome.
I want to also, my last closing words are, at the bottom of our website, you'll see a rainbow flag. That means we're open to everybody in our community. We love you all. And whether or not you choose us for all your real estate needs, keep in mind, one of the questions that I ask when somebody has their house listed or if they're buying a house is, are you using a Chaldean agent? And so I learned from our Jewish brothers and sisters to stick to each other, to help each other out, and that's how we grow. So don't forget who you are. God bless you, and thank you for this opportunity.
We don't want to close the show
No,
off.
no. That's how I'm closing.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Anthony.
Okay, so we want to ask again,
Yeah.
of each of you, what does it mean to you to be Chaldean?
For me, what we stand for as a community, we take it back many years, layers of an onion. Go all the way back to the beginning. What it means for me to be Chaldean, number one, we're completely faith-based. Our faith is our driving factor.
Sure.
And then right up there with it, is our family. It's faith and family. And to me, nobody, at least that I've come across, nobody does it better than us when it comes to really being there for each other, for our faith and our family. We have the highest integrity. We have the greatest love. We have the greatest traditions. We have the greatest foods.
Yes, especially the food.
We have lots of friends that are different ethnicities that either come to family gatherings with us or just see our family interact, and they say, "Man, this is how
Blows
your
their mind.
family is. This is crazy."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, it's just Tuesday. My uncle got his carpets clean.
Tuesday.
My uncle got his carpets clean, so we all said, let's go see
Yeah.
it."
Yeah.
It's just we gather, we laugh, we love.
Yep.
It's just amazing when you break it down truly to the core of what we are. It's the most beautiful thing out there.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
We've lost sight, so let's get that back.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know,
we
let's
do.
get
I
it.
gotta top that, Jim.
Sure. I just got to say, I was born Chaldean. So I mean,
No way.
I didn't have a choice. I wanted to be black my whole life.
Yeah, okay.
So I turned out to be Chaldean.
All right.
But there's some people have seen me and said, "Are you sure you're not black?" But anyway,
Yeah.
it's something I'm proud of, and everything that Sam said, I would add. And the one thing he didn't say, which I'm really really proud of, is Jesus was Chaldean. So
Yeah.
top that.
I left him
Yeah.
one thing. I'm a nice guy. What do I tell you?
Top that.
Well, thank you guys for coming on, sharing
Man,
your stories,
thank you for having us.
offering
This
your
was
fun.
services and your business, and giving us some insight on a lot of different things. Thanks very, very much.
Thank
and
you guys. This is awesome. And you guys are doing it. I got to give you guys a shout out.
Thank you.
You guys are doing an awesome thing, helping promote your own people's businesses and their
Thanks.
livelihoods and the way they support their families and just getting their message and their business and everything they're doing, getting it out there. So
And we're
you guys
much
are
more
great.
serious at work.
Yeah.
Yes. He's really
Yes.
not actually.
Well, you work hard, play hard, right?
Exactly.
So thank
Well,
you guys.
we love what we do.
Thanks.
We also want to thank our my beautiful niece and our new producer Yasmeen to be on the show today
Yay.
with us. So, new youth coming in.
Awesome.
Anthony was always
Don't
great.
forget, this show is sponsored by Fiji and Viagra. Oh, sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Wrong.
Well,
Can
well, Level Plus
can we say
ratings.
Viagra on the run?
You can.
Oh,
You
okay,
can.
good.
You definitely can.
So check out Level
You dropped
Plus.
one actually on the way in.
He thought it was his cap.
He's got the jumbo size. All right, well, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you all next week.
All right,
And cut.